Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm waiting for you, bro.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they'll set up shop.
Nah, that joke was weird, whatever just
at
happened.
the 45-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
From the right side here, going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind
officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Achane is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon, a player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way.
What's it doing?
How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
You know how to change it?
Now it's Jackson.
Nah.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
When the defense,
Timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And they're going to stop it.
The wide screen.
Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nabi Matabike breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
That's you about to go sleep.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
He went to my boys to me.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Wester on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it
No,
to?
the D-pad is the joint on the left by itself. What you got? You playing PlayStation, right?
It has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Yeah, the one that's up to the top by itself with the up, down, left, and right. Not the analog.
Before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space. And
it's going to cycle through like 3 cameras.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play.
Yeah, that's the one that's got the little 4 joints by themselves.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
It looks like that.
So as they talk it over, we step
No,
aside.
you only got to press down on one, the down one. The down one cycles through it. The other one does. The other one does
this
like
offense finding its
the
legs
substitutions
now.
and
Here's
shit.
another 1st and 10.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. I got you.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Yeah. Sometimes I hit that joint on accident and it don't come. It takes a whole play to come back.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create
homeboy
or
yesterday,
get
he
through
went
contact
to
or
the
crash,
options. I'm like,
makes
bro,
it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, so what you did was, you know how you went through that cycle?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
You might have hit the up on the D-pad. That goes through the substitutions.
That's going deep for Bateman. And this is caught.
That goes through the substitution, so you have to put him back in.
But he does take it all the way to the 2.
I think it's up.
33 yards that time.
First and goal, Baltimore.
One of the tight ends
That's
comes
just
in
new.
motion.
They just added that this year.
Get it! Pat the 60! Pat the 60! Ready, ready?
Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Yeah, I know you've seen that.
Isaiah Likely from 3 yards out.
Yo, he had it.
And
He's
the
trying to get
Ravens
this
are
one
an
hand,
extra
bro.
point away from evening this one out. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
But I don't even think I touched you from what I seen. I just put my hand up. But you probably got a different animation.
To kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10.
Normally, I just go to coaching, and then I do the depth chart and hit triangle, and it puts all your best players in. Yeah, but you still gonna probably have to change it when you get back on offense. When you get out on the field.
Their own 29-yard line.
Yeah. So I think you can slide it over to
The
starters.
Dolphins
and then
at the
put it
line
back
ready
in.
for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Like that.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
It's 4th down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Yeah. I'm from Maryland, though.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Oh, they threw him down.
But this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's
push up on
me.
the
I
D-pad.
wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
It says substitutions, and then push square.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you tripping.
Can't connect as that falls incomplete.
You
They
gotta
almost
catch
gave it
that.
right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play, right?
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And his guys have got it back at the
Did you
closing
hold L2
stages
or
of
you
the
just held
first
the button?
half. A nightmare.
Because if you hold L2, it'll
that's
be
now
more like a
3
5.
interceptions.
And of course,
But
the
Charles,
longer you
with his
hold that
talent,
button,
if anyone can shake this
yeah,
off
it's
and
more.
right
It would
the
have been.
ship,
It would have been
it's
more
him.
over top his
I
head.
agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league
Yeah.
without developing some major
But you don't want to throw it like
toughness.
that for every
I
pass,
expect
because
him to go
then
in
that
the
joint,
locker room at
sometimes
halftime,
that joint just
hit
be
the
throwing
reset
crazy.
button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Tua, a final shot before half. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at midfield. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now to it. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. It's Hill. Complete. He's got room to roam. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, the bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Again, Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me. The subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 6. And the Dolphins first down.
Now Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Achane going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Sanders now to have the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. Broken tackle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.